Okay, how can you write percents as fractions and decimals? This picture here, you can see a Kit Kat bar, and there's 75% of the Kit Kat bar. Percent means per 100, so we're going to write it as a fraction, 75 hundredths. And to write that as a decimal, you can think of the word name, 75 hundredths. You have to go to the hundredths place, and you have 75 of them. Also keep in mind to make any percent a decimal. Percent means per 100. You can divide by 100, which means move the decimal twice to the left. You would have 75 hundredths. Up here you've got 100% of the bar. If you move that decimal twice to the left, you have one whole. That's what you have there, one whole Kit Kat bar. Okay, so 40%, you want to write it as a fraction. Percent means per 100. It's 40 hundredths. As a decimal, you have to go to the hundredths place, 40 hundredths. 6% is 6 per 100. Okay, I gotta be a little careful with this one. You're going to the hundredths place. You have to end in the hundredths place. So we'll put the 0 there. That's 6 hundredths. If you did it this way, that would be 60 hundredths. Okay, and remember also, percent means per 100. You could divide by 100, which means move the decimal twice to the left and get rid of that percent sign because it's a decimal now. You would have 0.06. 1.5% is a little bit trickier. Okay, we're going to write it as a fraction first, per 100, 1.5 hundredths, but I don't really have any way of writing that as a decimal now. So I'm going to use my knowledge of equivalent fractions. I'm going to go out to the thousandths place. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1.5 times 10 is 15. And I've got 15 thousandths. I have to end in the thousandths place, so I'll fill it with a 0. And remember, I could have also just moved that decimal twice to the left and got rid of the percent sign. So I would have had 0.015. Okay. So percent means per 100. Let's look at a couple of trickier ones here. 120% means 120 per 100. Now we know this number is going to be more than 1 because 100% is one whole. So when I'm making this a decimal, I know there's going to be a whole number in it. To make any fraction a decimal, you can divide the top by the bottom. Alright, I'll add my decimal and bring it right up. And 120% as a decimal is 1 and 2%, 1 and 2/10. And again, you could have just moved the decimal twice to the left. Okay, 12.5% is 12.5 per 100. And again, I have that decimal in there, so I'm going to write an equivalent fraction with 1,000 as the denominator. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 12.5 times 10 is 125 thousandths. 0.125 is 125 thousandths, or I could have just moved the decimal 2 times to the left and dropped the percent sign. Okay, so percent means per 100. When you're writing percents as fractions and decimals, start out by writing it as a fraction, and then use your knowledge of fraction-decimal relationships to make a decimal.